What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Here we are at about $2.30. Not moving. We're just holding the line, holding it steady. We probably are about to move down, though. I think it's inevitable. It is Wednesday today. We're midway through the week. Wednesdays throughout this cycle have occasionally provided some big moves. Not always. It's normally like Sundays, Mondays, Fridays that do that. But Wednesdays a couple times have done that. In fact, let's just see if we can find, whenever XRP made some big movements here. Throughout all these candles, what was the biggest candle? It was right here. That was on a Saturday. So Saturday, Friday, Thursday, not a Wednesday. Wednesday was actually the one day that was a dud. These two big moves here, that happened on, again, Wednesday was the dud day, and then Thursday was the good day. Here, the biggest candles were here on a Friday. Thursday, Wednesday was, again, one of the smaller candles. So maybe for XRP, it's actually not that big of a deal. And then here, oh, hey, there you go. There's a Wednesday right there, right? This one here, that was a Sunday. This one here was a Monday. And that one there was a Friday, yeah. So oftentimes not a Wednesday actually for XRP. For Bitcoin, even still, it's not that often, but there's been a few times. I would go through and compare it, but I don't want to waste time doing that, right? Nobody probably cares about that. So let's move on. Let's talk about looking at this on some other metrics here. Looking at I do want to look at the LRO and just see what that's looking like. But the MACD here, I have to admit, is actually looking kind of frisky. You're in a position now, and I don't think the histogram is frisky, right? I've seen some people, they do MACD analysis without the oscillators, and I just think that that's a real shame. You're missing a whole aspect that the histograms just don't give you, right? You've got bullish divergence going on here, and yes, you have bullish divergence in the histogram too, but the histogram's flipped green right now. It's building bullish momentum. If that flips red, it might seem like you're then building bearish momentum. But the oscillators, as long as they're maintaining higher lows, it tells a totally different story. And I think really what you're in right now is a posture on a daily basis to start moving up above the zero line. When you move above the zero, good things happen, right? You go from zero to hero real fast, right? The last time that we did that, we had a blast off right here. And not saying that you have to have that same reaction, though. To be completely fair, I think you will have that same reaction. By the way, on that note, you guys, just because a daily MACD moves above the zero does not mean that you're going to have XRP type moves. It could mean that, but that doesn't mean that you're going to see like a 400% pump in a 1 month time frame. It could, but it's bullish, but relative to how bullish something is, that's a different conversation. Stochastics are pointed in the right direction. You do have a bearish cross as of today, which is not necessarily encouraging, but if you can move up today, you can maintain that cross. I don't know if you do. The daily RSI is what has me thinking the most that you go down, because you are still in this downtrend. It looks to me like if you were to go to the overbought zone, you would have done it already, right? You were oversold, rejected the 60, oversold again, didn't get overbought. I think you have a date with destiny in this oversold zone one last time, and it makes sense that you would, because the stochastics, they're not providing strength like they normally do. Whenever you dilly-dally like this, it can actually promote decay instead of strength. And then yes, you are flipped green on your MACD. You do have bullish momentum building, but as you flipped green, like literally the first day here, that was the top, and you've been moving down ever since then. So being green, building bullish momentum while moving down is not encouraging at all. I definitely expect that XRP is on its way down. I definitely do, and I could be wrong, by the way. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I could be 100% wrong, and XRP is through the roof tomorrow. You never know. But rejecting your golden ratio like this, not finding resistance right at it, not even tipping it, but getting just below it like this, that is a sign of front selling or front running, and people might be selling. There might be a heavy or aggressive amount of selling going on, or at least a lack of buyers, and coming back down here like this generally would imply that you do go, I shouldn't say like this. Coming down here does not necessarily imply that you go lower. Bouncing off the 382 is not bad, but in combination with this, if and when you do close a day below the 382, below about $2.25 there, if today is that day, make no mistake, guys, we likely will see prices that are all the way back down at this 069 at the 100 level, or even just below it, right? Oftentimes even in moments like this, you will return all the way to the 069. So just below $2 should be a target that you're considering. That's a target that I'm considering. We found support there once right here, right? Nice little wick right there. Went through it, but still a general support area. Support here, support there, Support everywhere. You get support. They get support. You all get support. The thing that I have an issue with is that, you found support here a few times, so this line might not be as well respected. It does open the door to the idea that you could go lower than this. I want to be very clear as to what our targets are, right? And I remember what they were from yesterday. It's $1.81 to about $2, right? That's kind of the target expectation. $1.81 to what is this daily low close here? $2.02. $1.81 to $2.02. That's the target lows. You got 229 now. Let's see. And I gotta be honest, man. I can't see XRP dropping below this low. I mean, maybe to this low or around here, but I don't think that it drops too much more than Bitcoin. I think it will drop more than Bitcoin by a few percents, but just because Bitcoin drops 14%, I don't expect XRP to double, right? I think the average altcoin will drop double what Bitcoin drops, or at least a sizable amount more than what Bitcoin drops. But XRP probably just falls a little bit lesser. So I have a hard time seeing us go below this low, but just again, be prepared. If it does happen, $1.82 I think would hold. Why $1.82, C-Zar? Why do you keep saying $1.82? What's the significance there? I don't even remember, man. I just remember that it was significant yesterday. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Low to high. $1.73. Well, that's not looking good, right? That's not encouraging to my dollar. Oh, I think I know what it was, actually. I think I do remember what it was. Let's see. Was it this low to high, or was it this low to high? It might have been this low to high. That might have been what it is. And we considered that a fake out, so it doesn't count. Yeah, that 886 there, about $1.82 would make sense, right? I can't remember why we said $1.82. Oh, okay. It's not this. The reason why $1.82 makes sense is because that's about the maximum percentage I could see you dropping, right? Even though you have fib targets that are lower, 20%. I mean, I think the average coin drops 20%, man. And XRP is not the average coin. I don't see it dropping 20%, or at least more than 20%, right? I could see the average coin dropping 20 to 30%, maybe even 15 to 25% after today's analysis. So XRP, if the average coin drops 15%, XRP is definitely not going to drop more than that. Anyways, guys, I'm spinning my wheels here. I'm running in circles. All I'm trying to say is, and just trying to retrace my thoughts and figure out why I said what I said, because I start fresh every time, right? And if I can't come to the same conclusions, that I think that should, I know that there's a lot of people who save their charts and they do that, and that's fine, right? That's their style of analysis. That's fine. There's more than one way to skin a cat. It's fine. But how I like to do it is I like to start fresh every time, because I feel like if I can come to the same conclusions every single time while I start fresh, and I'm doing dozens of coins every single day and more coins on my free time too, and I can come to the same conclusions, you know that the TA is not BS, right? I'm saying things for a reason. I can't even remember why I was saying $1.82. You guys literally saw me have to figure that out, right? And it's because of the percentage drop. I can't imagine, unless the whole altcoin market's about to drop like 30% or more, I can't see XRP dropping 20%, man. So $1.80, or at least more than 20%. So $1.82 is the low. $2.02 is the potential high of that low. And then from there, we will begin to grow. Okay. Let's look at the weekly time frame real quick. I want to put XRP on a different chart. I don't know, man. I would love it. I really would love it if we just hit the low this week. We had a big wick, something like that. Dropped over the next 2 days, pumped over the next 2 days, and closed the week somewhere back up here, or at least with the wick showing. I would just love it if that happened, because I really do like this weekly RSI. I don't want to see you go below the 50, but I'm under the impression that you might go below the 50, and that's fine. Who cares? You can go below the 50. You can find support below the 50, and it still can be phenomenal. You know what I mean? You're looking to find support at the 50 here, and I probably said the same thing, and you went below the 50 here, and that was awesome, right? So you could go just below the 50. It's not a problem for XRP, but it just looks better. It's just a OCD thing, I suppose, with me. I got to get over it. Weekly RSI looks really good. Long term looks good. Daily looks bearish, right? Shorter term stuff probably looks bearish too. The shorter term, you're about to break back to below the zero, right? You're building bearish momentum and you're moving down, and you're about to break below the zero line on your oscillators. Yeah, I think that today or tomorrow, sometime this week, you will see another leg down, and I'm hoping that it's a bigger leg down than what you've seen before. I hope that you do drop closer to something around $2, because I have a feeling too. I don't know what you guys know about like ecology. I think that's the right word, or like like biology, botany, stuff like that, right? There's ecosystem indicators, right? Like if you're out in the wild and you see a mountain lion, that's an indication of a healthy ecosystem, likely, because you've got enough prey food, enough things are thriving around there for even something at the top of the food chain to survive, right? A wolf, an owl, stuff like that. They're ecosystem indicators, is what they say. And they show that like you can't have a healthy ecosystem or an abundant, thriving ecosystem unless you have these animals that need a lot of protein, a lot of sustenance to survive, right? Deer can just survive off of grass. Like that's not, that in itself is not an indication of a healthy ecosystem. A diverse, if you've got things like an owl, things like wolves, stuff like that, it implies that there is a healthy, diverse ecosystem. Is essentially what it is. I don't know. I don't know if that's a fact or a theory. That's just something I learned when I went to college. Okay. And I'm carrying it out now. XRP is our wolf. It's the ecosystem indicator. It says that the ecosystem is healthy or sick. And I have a feeling what I'm trying to say here is by XRP, talking about it in this light, is that when we do find our low, if this drop happens faster, likely the whole market will be dropping. We can find our low somewhere in this designated area, even if we're not at $2. Maybe we stop at $2.10, whatever. But somewhere in this designated area, when XRP's done going lower, we can get optimistic. The same way that you would get optimistic if Bitcoin found its low or Ethereum found its low, right? And I don't know, this thing to me, it does seem like it wants to go lower. Bitcoin seems like it wants to go lower. Ethereum seems like it wants to go lower. I have a hard time being bullish on really any cryptos right now. Until we have this resolution to the downside, nothing would make me happier than seeing this thing go up. And what I would need to see to invalidate the idea that we do go lower, what I need to see is we need to get a day to close above $2.52. We need to get above the golden ratio. In fact, doing this kind of maneuver and then coming to the 382 and bouncing off of it, it's very uncommon because you likely will go lower. But if you do something that's uncommon to the bullish effect, that's good. That's a good thing. Close above $2.52. That, again, XRP is a big dog in the space. If it's looking good, if it's looking to flip the script, that could imply a lot for other coins too. So do your thing, XRP. I bet you go lower. That's my expectation right now. But if I'm wrong, we'll probably flip bullish at about 252, and that could imply a lot of good things for the rest of the market too. I've got nothing else for you guys. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I just vomited of the mouth tonight, but I feel good, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel pretty damn good being home and just talking crypto. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.